Tell you, this game is on Steve Kerr, and I don't usually blame Steve Kerr, but this is definitely on Steve Kerr, man. Because one, two, three, four, five, six guys off of the bench. This man was more concerned with playing as many guys as he could play rather than actually winning the fucking game. And he does this from time to time. More concerned about seeing how many fucking guys he can play than trying to win the game. Does the stupid shit all the time. Here you go.
Irk, man, why would bro? That's the thing I'm getting at. Why was Wiggs on the bench so damn much this game, bro?
Yeah,
Especially
bro.
the
It's
second
like,
half, bro.
yeah,
That
that's
shit
what I'm
makes no
talking
sense
about.
to me.
Told you earlier. I told you what was
It's
gonna
like
happen.
that
Jamal, like,
Kerr in the first half was cooking, and then all
I
of a
told you what
sudden
was
it
gonna
started to go
happen.
away.
he needs to relax with this shit, man. Like, why do you
Mm-hmm.
have like, bro? It's okay to play somebody 35 minutes once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? Once
How
in a
many
while, you
minutes
can
did
play
Draymond
somebody.
end
I
up with
told you
tonight?
Jokic and Murray. I told you Jokic and Murray.
Nah, bro. It's like once in a while you can go above that minute threshold. And we've lost
Oh
so
yeah,
many games
Shadow.
this year.
Yeah, where you
Huh?
at, Shadow? I told y'all gonna be right. I said y'all gonna take that
Brother, I'm
L.
right. I'm right here. You took a L today, brother.
And y'all
Just
took
sit
one
in the
too,
corner,
brother.
brother.
Y'all
Sit
took
in
one
your
too,
corner
brother.
and relax. Sit in your
Y'all
corner.
took one too, brother.
I
Brother, you
understand
lost.
that.
You
Sit in
lost.
your
You
corner and
lost to the
relax. We're trying
Suns,
to have a
bro. We lost to
conversation.
the defending
We are
champs.
trying to have a conversation. Anyways, Urkel, what were you saying?
Nah, so it you know how many games that we've lost this year where our guys are playing 28 minutes, 27 minutes, and I have to watch another team play 35, 36, 37 minutes for their guys. It's happened so many times this year.
I don't know
I
why
don't see
Wiggins
how
was
you
on the
can
bench
win a
so
game.
long, man, when fucking
Not even
Jamal's cooking, bro.
not
Come
even
on,
just
bro.
Wiggins. Like
Like,
Wiggins is
And
one,
then
but
in the
also
second
TJD.
unit, he doesn't get the fucking ball. Like Reggie Jackson's in the game. You could post him 10 times in a row. Like I don't understand.
Shadow, you saw my
And
comment under your thing, right? How many switches did he have on Christian Braun in the post where they just weren't giving him the
Bro,
ball,
they
bro? He
never
could have
passed him
ate
the
all
ball.
day. He could have ate all day in the post and said they were going to Dario in the post and just relying on kickouts when Wiggs could have been eating the post the whole game.
and it's not like Wiggs was playing bad. Wiggs was playing amazing the whole game. So it's like it doesn't make sense either. The same thing with TJD. It's like he just left them rotting on the bench for some reason
oh,
when they were having
nice,
good
nice,
games.
nice. Let's get Garuba in the game. Oh, that's lovely. Let's figure out how many fucking dudes we can fucking play at one time. Like, Jesus Christ, man. 35 minutes, 36 minutes, 37 minutes. Like, why, bro? Like, are you actually trying to win the game? Nah, let's keep Steph under 32 minutes. Fucking hell, man. Like,
Steph should have closed the third.
Or me.
Steve Kerr rotations.
Jesus Christ. Like,
Steph was going on a little like he was finally heating up, and then he got, you know, sat in the third, like at the
let
end
me
of the
keep
third.
people
Like
happy
I
in the
don't get it.
locker room. So, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to play as many people as I human. Bro, like, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Hold up. One, Pat Spencer got minutes tonight. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine fucking people got minutes tonight. Really? Why? Why? Forget the garbage time minutes, man. Like, that is the irritating part about this shit, man. All these people don't need to play, man. But you know what? It's just gonna tighten up anyway.
It's just I'm pissed. I don't know what words to say. Like we was up 15 in the first half. I recall right. A 15. Well, not 15 going into halftime, but we was up 15. Then we went
Yo, it's
ice
real
cold.
simple. It's real simple. When you see Jamal Murray out there, right, and
Yeah,
Jokic is off the floor, put fucking
yeah,
Andrew Wiggins out there. It's
right.
simple.
Exactly.
I'm trying to figure out because Draymond played under 21 minutes or
What the
21
fuck was
minutes a
that
game.
about?
I don't understand why.
We
Like,
all trying to figure it out, man. We all trying to figure out this
Why
minutes
is Draymond
bullshit.
playing less than 21 minutes going into the fourth and fucking
literally,
Dario's
like,
out there for as long as
why?
he is?
Why?
CT fucking Kerr, bro.
Oh, that shit's
This is
irritating, man.
95% on Steve Kerr. Like, it's literally not anybody but him. Like, I don't understand. I really don't get it.
I just don't understand, like you said, why aren't you closing with fucking Steph in the third? Why?
And
That
Draymond.
exactly. And
Yeah.
it's after he starts heating up. He
And the
started
thing that the
cooking.
thing that's frustrating too is also the when we had that big lead going into the second quarter, just fucking ride Steph in that game.
Literally.
Also, like to be another thing, if Steph has even a semi decent game in the first half, we might have had a fucking 18 to 20 point lead going into halftime.
Nah, bro. No. The identity is defense, right? So when you see Jamal Murray, like it's real simple. It's a real simple adjustment. Match Jamal with Wiggins. Real simple. Real simple.
Or GP too.
Or
I mean,
GP. My
Or
God.
Where
GP2.
was
Or GP2, yeah.
he?
Yeah, we got two options. So you can't even say it's like a rest thing. We had two
it,
people that were locking him up
and Urkel, every time that Steph Curry's on the floor, who's on the floor in Denver? KCP.
every time.
You have to
KCP
match
every
up.
time.
So I mean,
Like that's not fucking rocket science. Like what the fuck was Kerr thinking like defensive matchups wise against the Nuggets? Like what are you doing?
Kerr hasn't thought of defensive matchups since Mike Brown left. Let's be serious now.
This shit is fucking
I
just
mean,
like
can he just try to play people to match up against somebody else? Because, bro, this is a game right here, man. Gordon, 33 minutes, Porter, 32 minutes, right? Uh Jokic, 37 minutes, Murray, 36 minutes, 35 minutes.
exactly. You
You
play
know
your
none
best
of our
players in a
guys played.
situation like
How
that.
how many minutes did Steph and Dre play?
I
Drake,
think Steph
Steph played
had
32 minutes. He was the
32.
high man tonight.
And
What
then
the
Yeah,
fuck is that?
yeah, that's
That's what
it's
I'm
ridiculous.
talking about,
Steph
ridiculous.
should
bro.
have been close to at least 38. Like close to
Bro,
Jokic's minutes. What
bro,
oh my god.
even matching Jokic's minutes of another 4 minutes of Steph, like you don't know what Steph could do in those 4 minutes. And he finds rhythm, he gets hot, the game's different.
I'll
You
say yes.
have to
Yeah, we
at
do
least
know what he
run
can do.
him 35 a night, bro.
wait,
This
wait, wait, wait,
pissed
wait,
me
35
wait.
off
a night.
so much, bro. Like I don't
Wait,
we should have won tonight. I don't know.
Wait.
wait.
Does Curry have like this weird irrational fear of like running people into the ground? Because I want to know about that.
What do you mean?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
why
think
did
it's like
only
the
Steph play
opposite of
32 minutes?
Thibodeau.
Why did Draymond only
Oh,
play like X
Wait,
amount of
you
minutes?
want
Like,
you want Steph to play more minutes, but he's 1 for 10 from three?
it don't
Yes,
matter.
Don't
it
It
doesn't
care.
doesn't
matter.
matter.
It's
bro,
Steph
you
Because
have
and
to
Steph
have the
Curry
best
Curry,
be
my
fine.
player
guy.
out
I
there.
don't
What do
care
you
if he's
mean one
negative
for
5 from
10 from
20.
three?
One
It's
for t-
Steph and
It does
Curry.
not matter. If Steph could be over 30, you still put him in the game. Like what? What are we talking about?
Steph
Space.
has been cold for 3 quarters and then scores like 20 something in the fourth. Like there's
Well,
Yeah.
like I
no,
said, like
like
why is he playing so little minutes? Like, what is this? Is this like a rational fear of like running him into the ground? Is that what it is?
This is why
Weird
Darvin
shit.
had.
I have
This is
no
why.
idea,
Like,
bro.
has anybody asked that?
Hey, look.
Someone
So
needs to.
I'll say this right. Space. I for anybody that was in the last spaces from the last game, I literally asked this, and I don't know if anybody remembers. I asked 3 times. I said, "Yo, hey, look, guys, I'm celebrating this win, but how do we feel about the matchups as far as the size going into Denver?" Everybody told me, "Well, hey, Draymond's back. Draymond's back. This is a different team. This is a different team,
This is not a
guys."
size
But
thing,
the
Draymond
man.
thing
had
No,
is
No,
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 that he
no.
no.
didn't
Hold on,
play
hold on,
This
hold
is
on.
not a size
enough.
thing.
It's not that.
This
It's
is
not
not a
that. It's
size
not.
thing.
It's not that. No, what I'm saying is because I said, hey, look, with Joker, with Gordon, with Michael Porter Jr., what exactly is going to be the strategy? I watched the
The strategy
fucking
is to match their fucking minutes and not play and not have our high man be 32 minutes Steph. That's what the fucking
yes.
problem was.
In
Urkel,
space.
Steph.
I don't know if anybody caught this. The reason why I'm saying this, I don't know if anybody caught this because this is my issue with Kerr because I kept asking what's the strategy. They had fucking pods on Michael Porter Jr. where he's just jumping, shooting over him all day.
Well, here's the thing. You
Well,
you
here's
either
the
you hold
problem.
on. You either have pods on MPJ or you have pods on Murray. And if Wiggins is going to be POA on Murray, with that starting lineup that we have, you basically have to have Pods on MPJ. Because that was Clay last time. Do you see what happened to Clay last time when he was in the starting lineup against MPJ? You thought Pods looked bad? That shit was worse. So, look, at the end of the day, Denver forces more mismatches than we force against Denver at the moment. And that's just
And
you
Agreed.
have to find
that's my
ways to
point.
counter that.
That is my
They have
point.
the better coach. They have the
I
better
literally
coach.
said all throughout the spaces in the last game, I kept saying, guys, going into this Denver game, that's the only thing that I'm fearing. Just like with the Lakers, I feel like with the Nuggets, we absolutely got to figure out this
Th-
big man situation. And sure enough, it showed me that Kerr still just does not get it. So I
Let
don't
me
know
ask.
what it's going to take at this point.
Yo,
Let
I
me ask
just
you a
I just
question.
posted on the
Uh,
jumbotron, bro. Steph 32 minutes, Jokic 36.
let me
Jamal
ask.
36 minutes, and Wiggins 30 minutes. MPJ 32 minutes, and Draymond 27 minutes. Come on, bro. What
That's
are we
crazy.
doing?
Draymond under
Draymond
30
only
is
played
Draymond
crazy.
27
27
minutes.
minutes, bro. What are we doing, bro? Do you want to beat with pods? You want to beat the NBA champions with pods? What the fuck
Listen,
are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I love Potts, and he's been doing amazing. He earned that starting position. I get it, but Kerr, you're loving him a little too much, bruh. Like,
Bro,
Absolutely,
why
No,
is Steph
absolutely.
Pods.
playing 32 minutes? And why is he starting the
fam,
game off ball?
I'm the biggest pod supporter, but absolutely.
Bro, that's what I'm
Yeah,
asking. Like,
Bro,
what is he scared of?
Steph has no business playing 32 minutes in this game. No fucking business, bro. Steph can give you
What?
20 points in 13 minutes. What the fuck are
that's
we
my
doing, bro?
point. Because I'm gonna
What
tell
is
you right
Kerr
now
scared of?
that
What is he
see
scared of?
everybody's looking at that second half. Right when the 15 to 14-0 run that happened around like the second quarter, almost going into the halftime, when Michael Porter Jr. hit that three over Pods, I said, "Oh, this is going to be a problem. This is
I
going
know it,
to
bro. I know it.
this
I know it
size is
from the
going
start.
to be the death of us by the end of this game." So I figured that.
32
And
minutes, bro.
it's like Post Malone. See, he noticed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he just went with all sides for the rest of the game.
It was food. Like Michael Malone with the Nuggets, they saw us as food, bro. Literally.
To be
Well,
honest,
I mean, I've been saying this, bro. We need, well,
no, to
position.
be honest,
Well,
the
the biggest,
problem
hold
was
on.
we didn't force them into mismatches. At the beginning of the game,
Well,
we were doing that. Um, and we were running actions so Joker could be in drop and these guys can get open shots in the post where you have Kaminga, right? And you have Wiggins. They didn't go to the post, but yet they went to the post with Saric against Aaron Gordon 3 times.
yeah, well, that's stupid. That's
All
I
not
right,
got
explain
efficient.
no
something to me.
answer.
That's
Dre,
not
Dre,
efficient
Dre,
basketball. So,
Dre, explain the Moody Lester thing.
I think Steve sees
What the
Lester play
fuck was that about?
really good on-ball defense, and he rebounds, and I guess he hits a couple shots, and I think Steve likes that Lester brings energy
But
in a way
Moody's
that.
long. Like he could have helped in this kind of
Pause.
No, I
situation on a
know.
Pause.
big team.
But I think Steve makes. I'm just telling you what I think Steve thinks. I think Steve sees Lester give more energy in a way that Moody may not be able to. You know, what I'm saying on the defensive end. But my thing is this, right? It's clear as day what the issue was. It's positional size. I've been saying this all year long. We're a
Dre,
small team.
this game
Moody was the guy,
was
bro.
so in our favor,
That's why I called up, bro.
and it was amazing that this happened. Do you want me to tell you why? Because Otto Porter is a must now.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
assuming he wants to come here. Like
No,
he
he
might
does
want.
want to come here. He does
Okay,
want to come here.
all
It's
right.
it's 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 about the money and making it work and
Well,
doing all that. And
Otto helps
Clippers
because
is gonna try to offer him the full minimum.
Otto helps for sure. But again, I think again, I said it even before I broke it down earlier this morning in playback. I was like, the one matchup I'm worried about is if you throw pods on Michael Porter Jr. Because it doesn't make sense to throw a 6'4" rookie
Thank
on.
you.
Yeah, but that's not why we lost though. I don't think that's why we lost. We lost because Draymond was horrendous at the five offensively.
But what about
Yeah,
Trace though?
Trace
What
was
about take
amazing.
pods off and put on Trace?
Sure, they should have listen, but
Like
does that fix Draymond's problem or Steph's problems?
no,
Like
it puts
both
it's
were.
at least puts.
I agree.
Trace in there and
I
at
agree.
least mix up the matchup. Go to
No, no,
zone,
no.
bro.
I agree.
I would even rather if Pods was gonna be on there, box in one Jamal Murray and then put Wiggins on MPJ.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let
No,
Pods
I
shadow
agree
him
with the
around
Trace.
because and
I think
box him one him and
Yeah,
then put
that's definitely
Wiggins
it.
on thing. Brother, there's
yeah.
enough adjustments. I have a pages full of text messages I want to send out right now.
Well,
So
well, well. I agree with the Trace suggestion. I think throwing him out there at the 5, with Dre slot Dre at the 4. I
Hmm.
agree with all that. But I'm
But
just saying
if
that.
you box in one Jamal,
Do you see
Jokic is
what?
gonna kill you.
Do you see what
He's
we're
gonna
Yeah,
kill
saying
you.
you
though?
can't zone
We are
Jokic.
saying.
Jokic is
Yeah,
almost impossible.
he's
But
gonna
hold
murder
on,
you.
is a rookie gonna really answer all of our problems?
It's
Like we're
fine.
gonna throw Trace out there and he's gonna be the guy that.
But I
Like I
just
do.
want to
But I
I
know
feel
think
like
so.
Trey
But
should play with Draymond.
that too. But also, what I just want to know, why was our team high in minutes 32 in a
yeah,
game
you're
like
right.
this? What
You're right.
fucking sense
Yeah.
does that make?
they weren't matching minutes, man. That was and they were making
And
runs
that's on Kerr.
when they
I mean,
mismatched the minutes. When you had
even though
Lester in
Curry
there, when
had
you
a
had
bad
different
game
guys like
today,
that.
which he has plenty, like he has the excuse to have a bad game. He's been carrying all season. We all know
But he
this.
started cooking
But
in the
it's like
third.
that's what I'm saying. And then Curve took him right out, right? Like it's weird that he has like this kind of like I don't know what it is, but he don't like seeing Curry succeed sometimes. It's kind of weird. And then he'll like not play Moody, but he'll play Quinones. And I fuck with Quinones. You know, he's cool. He does what he does on energy, you know, for defense and offense. He's kind of, he's
Bro,
good. But
10,
I feel like
10
he has
niggas
to
played
play
off the
with
bench tonight, and Moses Moody didn't see
yeah.
the. He saw
Didn't
one
see the
minute of
floor.
play. Are you fucking kidding me,
Yeah,
bro?
Wasn't
no,
Like,
that disrespectful that he put him
that's
in
crazy.
garbage
In
time,
garbage
bro? Like,
You
time.
know
what the
what?
fuck is
You know
that,
what the
don't
bro?
even
Yeah.
put
problem
him out
was?
there, bro. Like,
You know what the problem was? Kerr just wants to be like managing minutes and doing all that. When we had them up by 16 and you come out
Literally.
the timeout, that's not time to
You
go
put your fucking foot on
substitution.
their neck.
You got to put
To
their
keep
foot on their
going,
neck.
bro. You
We
got
could
to
have
keep
knocked
going.
him out, bro.
Shadow. I
This
don't know
team
if
is
you I don't
literally
know if you caught this. I don't know if anybody caught this, but it was a point in the game where we was actually making a comeback. It was around like a 4-point game.
it was
And
like during the third quarter.
yeah, when we needed some stops, I don't know if anybody caught this, but it was a
Four
point in the
stops in
game
a row
where
and
it
zero
was
And they
points.
kept getting like turnovers and nobody was doing anything off of
Four
it, bro.
stops in a row and we got
Four
fam.
0
stops in a row
points.
and we didn't get one bucket. Because
And on
That
top
shit
we
of
is
didn't
that,
go to our
crazy.
go-to
to
actions. We weren't
to lock
we
in
weren't exploiting the mismatches like they were.
to lock in Shadow to lock in on your point, Shadow. With the reason I brought that up is because with Kerr, I don't know if y'all caught it. It was a point in the game where it was Pod, Steph, and I think Clay, Draymond, and
No, it was the four
Kaminga.
guard lineup. And that's when they made the run. Literally,
Yeah,
What the fuck was that?
GP
it
two
was
was
a
out there
four
with them.
guard lineup. It was the four guard lineup, and it ran for like 7 minutes. Wiggins was on the bench
Jesus
for like
Wait,
three
wait,
Christ.
wait,
straight
wait, wait.
minutes.
And somebody mentioned the seeing TJD and Draymond on the floor at the same time, right? Like that we should see that more. He actually went to it for about like 2 minutes or less, and they literally couldn't score on that defensive unit. Like it was a
Also
very good
tonight,
lineup, and he went
well,
away from it. It made no sense.
also tonight, Draymond did two things that he shouldn't have fucking did. One, a lot of the shots, where they just left him open, where Jokic just had him open, he didn't even try and shoot tonight. Secondly, he just made a bunch of dumbass passes all throughout the game tonight that made no sense.
I mean,
I would,
I
those
mean, Curry's
turnovers
passing
is
was worse though.
unforgivable.
I would,
Unforgivable. I don't know if anybody has to count, but yeah, I counted at least 17 to 20 turnovers
Bro, Draymond had 6 himself.
himself.
if we play Denver, I would seriously consider starting GP2 and not Pods. We got to have defense.
I agree.
Like
Absolutely.
Steph
Yeah, that
CP. We
actually
can't
might
have
be a
this
good
lineup
idea.
with Steph CP and
Consider
Pods.
that should have been the case. I was like, why the fuck Pod's got so much freaking
That shit
time?
is
You know,
Like,
I
what the
Agreed.
mandatory.
said that.
fuck?
Pods is
Hold on, hold on,
Pods
hold
is
on, hold on.
cool. Pods can't guard
All
against
these
certain
discussions
matchups.
we're having now, I literally said this 6 hours ago. I literally broke down that GP would be the best option to start tonight. So my
You
whole
did
thing is
say that
this:
this
it's
morning.
easy to. I said that, right? Right, James or Will? I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I said that. So my point is, I know what the formula is. We all do. We all do. Not just me. We all know what the formula is. But my point is, we're still small. Even with GP out there, we're still small. The rebounding will still be an issue. But here's the thing: we can at least try. I agree. Put Trace out there. Put GP out there. Let's see what happens. My whole
Which is
problem
I
is
why
just think they
Kerr
should have
has to
had
do
Trace out there.
what
Trace should have
Shadow
played a lot
just
of
said.
minutes tonight.
What Shadow just said. Kerr has to keep when we have the lead that we had, put your foot on their neck. Fuck the minute situation
Bro, we
and
were
full
ragdolling them. We were
throttle.
up by 16. They were not outplaying us at no time until we made those unnecessary substitutions. And
Exactly.
then Jamal
Yep.
Murray
Yep.
scored 10 points in a row when Wiggins was on the bench. And he was
And
like 1 for
He
and
was
4.
like, oh, he was like, the water not here.
And then
I'm
and
going.
then after that, they didn't stop putting us in high ball screens to get Wiggins off of him. Wiggins fought through the screens, and then Clay or Pods would just accept the switch. Wiggins is saying move.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember, because even from that last spaces, I said, yo, not only is our rotations pivotal, how are we gonna capitalize on the rotations on the Nuggets side, the Jokerless minutes, the Murrayless minutes? How are we gonna capitalize?
And
I
we were
I
winning those minutes at first.
Exactly. Then I think the third or fourth quarter, when Joker was out, we did not fucking capitalize. What I said from the last spaces, that's going to be the crucial part of the game, is to capitalize right there.
And it was disappointing because
And Clay
again,
ended with 23, and he had 23 at the half. Oh my lord.
it was disappointing
Ah.
because again, Denver has no bench. So I don't know why we didn't do anything. But I wanted to ask the question. Do we play Denver again this season or was that the last matchup?
That was it.
That was it.
They swept us.
We got
They
swept.
Oh,
swept
that's
Yeah.
us.
great.
No, look,
Again,
you
we haven't beaten Denver in the regular season since 22.
22. Yeah,
But
we're
guys, I'm
0 and
gonna
8.
be honest with you. I'm gonna be like completely honest with you. What killed us is turnovers. And guess what? Guess who is missing?
Chris Paul.
Chris
CP3.
Paul.
Chris
Yeah.
Paul
D
Yeah.
does
Santos.
not. Chris Paul takes away half of these turnovers.
Well,
What
here's
would Chris
That's
Paul have
He
done
may not
Shadow.
be able to close,
But here's the
but
Chris
in the
Paul problem
second
though.
unit, Chris Paul over Pods any day in
Yeah.
the
I'm
in
not
that
gonna lie,
second
I
unit. If
can't
Well,
Pods
start
is
I'll
gonna
say this:
start, I have zero
the
problem with it.
turnovers. I'll say this about the turnovers. We actually, if you look at points off turn, and I think the biggest problem tonight was this. So points off turnovers, we actually won. We had 10 points off of turnovers. They had 9. Where we fucked it today was transition defense. Transition defense, plain and simple.
Yeah. No, that's
They
a good
had
point.
they had 24 fast break points to our 3. And a lot of
Yeah,
those,
that's the game.
were not
That's
off
the
of.
game. That's the
That's
game.
the
That's the
game, and
game.
a lot
That's
of
the
those
game.
weren't
That's the
off of
game.
turnovers. A lot of those were
I have a,
the guys not running back after a long 3, outlet passes going over your head. Like a lot of it was just laziness after we went up, which is what this
I,
team has basically done this entire season. Today we lost it in
I,
transition defense.
I have a quick question. Um so obviously Denver has beaten us all 4 matchups this season. Because we were up, my question is because we were up double digits against them, the 2 times we faced them at home, do you guys think that we still level up with them, or do you think that they're still like, you
No, we
know,
just have to make
definitely.
adjustments.
This
At
team
this
can
point,
level
it's
up
okay.
with
just
any team
adjustments.
in the
Listen,
NBA.
listen,
To
listen.
be
Wait,
honest with
wait.
you, Kirk got
We got to
coached
be
every
real here
single
though.
game.
They're a better team though. Like they just have more talent, right? We can all agree on that. So the
We
way we
don't
have
get
to
to
beat
see.
them is
No, no,
Nah, that's not
no,
hold
right.
and they
on,
got a
hold
No,
matchup
on.
night where
no,
Aaron
Oh,
Gordon
oh
no,
is
really? Oh
We don't
really?
no,
even
So
use our
okay.
physicality,
no,
talent, to be honest.
So
physicality.
we don't think they're more talented than us because they are clearly more
no,
talented.
no,
No, I
They're
think the
definitely
no,
more
Warriors.
talented.
no.
What
Hold
is this
on,
nigga
hold
talking
on, hold
about?
on. You think Aaron Gordon's better than Kaminga?
Hell nah.
You think MPJ is
He's a
better than
better
Wiggins?
overall player. He's
Nah,
better
man.
I
They're
overall.
do
He's a
just
better
not
they
think
they
defender.
just
Nah,
play
He's a
Kaminga
better
is
together.
younger though.
rebounder.
They
You got to
just play
remember that.
together much better than the
Hold
Shadow.
rest
on,
of you
that's my
currently.
Stop
point.
it,
That's
man.
my point.
Be
Why are we?
serious.
Shadow,
Hold
what
on.
are you
Why do
doing,
we
bro?
have
They have
champ? Hold
Jokic
on.
and they
Why
have
do we have
Jamal
champ? Hold
Murray.
on, hold on.
They a
Why
well
do we have
seasoned
championship?
machine.
Hold on.
They're
Why do we have championship expectations when we have two 21-year-olds starting? Do you understand what people are saying right now? Two 21-year-olds are starting, and we have champ. Listen, and that's fine. Like we're playing good basketball. I'm not even saying we should be pessimistic. I'm just saying there's a talent gap here. Gordon may not be as good a scorer as Kaminga. Fine, he's a way better defender. He's a better
He's a
rebounder.
better player. Let's stop this lying about the
Thank
situations.
you.
Why are you lying on this?
No,
That's a
Yo,
I'm
fucking
talking about
them niggas
mismatch.
Kaminga.
starting five was
Aaron
way
Gordon
better than
against
ours. What are you
Jonathan
doing?
As
Kuminga
a
at the
scorer,
power forward position is a mismatch. Kuminga has been playing really well with the starting lineup and in these units. I understand, but we don't want to take any of that away from him. But playing him at power forward against these guys, against some of the better power forwards of the league, this is not fair to. That's not what he does. Draymond needs help at the power forward spot, and Kuminga is not
And
it.
they need to have
Their
TJD
defense,
on the floor
their
with Draymond.
defense
I am not
with
going to sit
Draymond and
here and
Kuminga
listen
next
to
to him
that
at power
JK slander.
forward
I am not
is
going to
a
sit
why?
here
Why are
and
you
listen to
talking
that
over
JK
me?
slander.
Why are you
JK,
talking over me?
listen, Jim.
You're
Listen, Jim.
literally talking over.
Hey, it's not slander.
Jim, go ahead.
Fucking A, man. All right, so listen. There's going to be games. I've been talking about this throughout the course of this season. There are certain matchups. It's tough for JK at power forward. I like him as small forward. I would like them to try to do a version where he's at small forward and Wiggins is at the 2, so that their defense is bigger against a team like this. They're not getting, listen, the lineups that they're running in that fourth quarter, they're not getting stops either inside or outside. You're down 10. You need to get stops to have any chance of coming back. And you're not coming back if you have Draymond and Kuminga. Draymond is already small as it is against Jokic. He needs help. They're fucked without, like, if he's out of the paint area, they're fucked. There's no help. There's no proper help. There's no rim protection at all. No rebounding. They need that. So the Nuggets identified that late into the second quarter, and that just carried over to the second half. And the Warriors never made any proper adjustments. Steve went to Draymond and Trace minutes for a little bit, and shit. Like, unfortunately, Draymond missed that one layup where Trace found him, and if he made that, it's a different story, right? But he misses that, and then Steve immediately scraps the plan of seeing he needed to give Draymond and Trace more of an opportunity to play together to see how they hold up, because that's the best defensive combination that they have at power forward and center. Name me a better combination at power forward and center for the Warriors than Trace and Draymond. You
Jim,
can't.
You
Jim,
cannot. You cannot.
Jim, respectfully, Gordon didn't start cooking until Dario was at the 4, not when Kaminga was at the 4.
That's
Yeah, but
exactly what
hold
I was
on.
gonna point out. Gordon
They
had
still
ample
took
time to
Yeah,
have
Kaminga
yeah,
that
yeah,
that
yeah.
long
shot.
You
enough.
guys are
He
you
had
guys are missing.
ample
No, 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 no,
time,
no. You guys are missing something here. And I'm a
bro.
big JK guy. Aaron Gordon, 1-on-1, baseline, high post is one of the best defenders on JK drives. And the reason
Absolutely.
being, when JK catches that shit mid range or high post, and he faces up triple threat, and he's gonna give you that hezzy. You see when he gives that shit on those 4s, he gives you a little drop step and then takes that shit inside offhand finishes. A lot of times when he does that,
Listen.
when he's on that face up and he gives you that little hezzy and he takes you onto his offhand, he gives those guys those bump.
Yep.
He gets you on a step
Exactly.
and he gets you that
Yeah,
bump
Gordon's
He's
strong.
too
and
strong.
bang,
He's
and
too
bang,
strong.
both
can't bump
hands.
Gordon off
He
the
got
side.
it. Doesn't matter.
Gordon way
Split that,
stronger
both
than them.
hands. Aaron Gordon, he takes that bump. He's right there off of the
Sizzle,
block. He's
sizzle.
gonna spin off of
He's
him. No, he's
he's
right
an
there.
athletic freak,
This
so
He's
is
Wait,
he
right
you're
there.
can
You
Denver.
right.
saw
he
it
You're
can
right.
earlier.
cover
Denver.
that
You're
Look,
right
space.
in
it's
the
reverse.
half
So
court.
look,
Denver
one
You're
on
right in
actually.
the
one,
You
half
got to
one
think
on
court.
about
one.
And he
this.
can
Aaron
cover
Gordon
that
is right
space.
there with Kuminga, and that's
Yeah, in the
that's not a
half
Denver
court.
mismatch that we
matches
can
up.
force.
In the half
Denver
court,
matches up
Yeah,
with
he's
the
he's
he's
the
bro.
other
You
night.
got
he's still
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Y'all are trying to talk over each other. Dre, go
If
ahead.
you look at the matchups, Denver matches up with us very well defensively. Actually, if you think about it, they got Gordon for JK. They use Jokic. They just basically throw him into the paint, and they just have him gap Draymond. KCP, as I'm not saying like anything, bro. He does a good job on Steph though. Off the ball, he does a pretty good job fighting through screens, navigation, all that stuff. Steph still can get his, but KCP does a solid job. Clay, the thing with Clay is this: he got some separation in the first half, but eventually they just cut off all those. They just shot the gap. They just completely cut off all those pin downs and all those curls that we ran. Shots weren't falling, and then Clay kind of, he struggled, but I didn't think he had a bad game. I just think he got boxed up. That's just what happened. Wiggins played well. No complaints there. I just think, listen, it just is what it is. They're a bigger team. Listen, we have two 21-year-olds starting. Like, I can't kill Potts and I can't kill JK. Of course, they're going to struggle. And it's on Steve to play the right lineups. It's on Steve to have the right rotations. And we may need an Otto Porter to help
And
in
on
the
top of
margins
that,
because,
Dre, what you were just saying though about
yeah.
like you said, our second unit was kind of fucked offensively when it comes to those 4 defensive stops that we had and we couldn't get a bucket. And the fact that you are playing Moses Moody with Usman Garuba minutes and Pat Spencer is so fucking asinine to me. I don't get it.
Dog, the game
So,
was over. What are
No,
you
that was
talking
garbage
about right
time, bro.
now?
The
I
shit
just
was
think the
finished.
It's
so
problem.
fucking
so
garbage time.
I think the main problem with the Warriors, honestly, is that all of our players don't show up on the same night, bro. I think
I
that's the
mean,
biggest
that's a
issue.
problem with every team. But
Nah, but
like,
like, okay, look, but like, it's
The
anyways,
Warriors are just the Nuggets are just
I was
better.
gonna say, like,
They're just better.
as far as the bench point, right? I think, yeah, like the bench scoring has been an issue, right? And I'm not necessarily scoring, but just like the quality of baskets we get. And like I
Horrible
said, right, Chris
quality.
Paul will be a great table setter for that, right? He'll get Clay going. He'll make Dario's baskets easier. He'll make Trace's job easier. Right. So I think Chris Paul coming back will solve a lot of those second unit offensive woes. Because I'm seeing that trend pretty much for the past like 5-10 games. But I mean, in this game, I think the main thing is that Draymond, he has to look to score. I thought a lot of today, a lot of his turnovers were due to him looking to pass, right? And it's part of that is depending on how you kind of go into a game, right, thinking they're going to play you a certain way, right? And I'm sure
Yeah.
that's a part of that.
There was
as
a
far
lob
as
that he had a turnover on,
it
right?
was
That
the
was so
GP2 one.
terrible.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
GP2 one. Yeah.
and Jokic just kind of baited him to just make the pass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's one of them where, like that's one of them where he has to realize like what Jokic is about to do, and he typically makes those instantaneous reads pretty well. But that's one of them where it's like, yo, just attack Jokic's body, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I
and
just
he
think
did that.
overall
Remember
today,
that one
Urkel,
layup he had
it
where
was
he
about.
attacked his body?
Well, I just think overall today his offensive aggression was lacking, and I think
Yeah,
that
bro,
hurt us
he
a
had
lot.
wide open shots he
Um,
wouldn't even shoot. That's like
yeah.
some shit he did
Wait,
last
son, guy,
year.
why did you
Um,
shoot down the inconsistency point so quickly?
sorry.
Oh,
What
because I
was that?
said that the Warriors players are inconsistent, so I think that's why we struggle. And you shot it down quickly. I'm just wondering why
No,
did you?
I'm saying like that's pretty much the case with like most teams, right? If
No,
your
it's not.
guys
No,
don't have
but
scoring,
not the top
but
teams. No, it's not.
that's fine. I mean, like Dre said, like we have 21-year-olds, like they're gonna have ups and
So
downs,
do the Thunder.
right? Like, um,
Nigga,
bro,
what are you
I'm
talking
just saying.
about?
I'm saying they're
well,
role
you're
player.
Hold
you're
Bro,
on.
derailing the
bro,
point.
can
It
you
What
doesn't
the
matter.
hell
It
is this
doesn't.
nigga
before you
talking about?
yell? Can you
It's a
understand what I'm
talent
saying
thing. Nigga, it
before
ain't
you
about no
yell?
But
inconsistency.
can y'all go one at a time? All right, Shaden,
Wait,
go
wait.
ahead.
What do you mean it's not about inconsistency? There are players.
All right, Urkel, like there to your point about Draymond's passing, he did a lot of trying to thread the needle kind of thing, and it just wasn't good tonight. And I do think that if he had Trace as a target, it would be easier because these lobs, like the lobs will be more readily it'll be there more readily against a bigger team like this. When you're trying to thread the needle to like a GP2 who's ultimately 6'2", and he has to jump over these giants in traffic to try to finish. I mean, you need Trace out there, man. Trace,
um,
like I
I,
can't emphasize this point enough, man. Against a
Jim,
team like this, a big
I
team like this, you need Trace. Draymond needs help. He
Can we?
desperately needs
Yeah.
help at the power forward spot.
it,
And I'll say this also. We've been talking about this in the playback stuff, and in regards to this game, because it was a big game, right, against the Nuggets, and so we all want Otto Porter Jr. on this team, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We want
absolutely.
him to be bought out, and we want him to join this team so that they have clear pieces, going into the playoffs, and they have a closing caliber stretch four finally, and they'll need him. And I feel like the only kind of silver lining to this loss is that I feel like if the Warriors continue to just win, they might have felt like, what do we don't need to make a move for Otto. But with a loss like this, it's like a wake up reminder that you still can improve your situation. And so hopefully the
Can
front office
and
saw
need
something
to.
enough.
That's a lot of faith,
I
though, in this front office.
go ahead, Tech.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
Good.
Yeah, I was just
Can,
gonna say like I don't totally disagree with Jim's point, but I just think today Draymond just made incorrect decisions, and I don't know if like necessarily with different personnel would have mattered.
Draymond just
No,
shit the
different
bed
personnel
tonight. He had
always
six
matters.
turnovers. He had
It,
six
it, it is
turnovers.
proven at this point that Kuminga is unreliable defensively at power forward to close a game in tight situations. When shit hits the fan, when it's a close game, you need stops. He's not the guy that's going to get you a stop, especially at power forward. Put
That's
him at
fair.
small forward, okay. We'll give a shot with that, but
I
at power
agree.
forward, no.
I
And then you
agree.
put like Pods on the floor or Clay on the floor on top of that. I'm telling you, you have no protection
Yeah.
either. From the perimeter standpoint, guys driving to the rim or just in the paint. Just even if you get a stop, you don't have enough rebounders to grab that rebound. These things are not like you championship caliber teams don't have these issues. And a guy like Otto will absolutely have
I
to fix
thought
Guys,
those
guys,
issues.
guys, 100%, Jim. I'm rocking with
Um,
you. Dre, I'm rocking with you.
I just also wanted to say I thought there was a lot of oh there was a lot of like
No, but
packing
we're
the paint tonight.
overreacting.
Steph didn't really have a lot of room to operate
Guys,
in
we're
the gate.
overreacting. What do you mean
No, Shadow. My
rebounding?
point, overall point
We're
being,
number
I
one in
think we're fine.
rebounding. We're
Yeah,
number
yeah,
one
yeah.
in
No, we're not talking
rebounding.
about
Yeah.
overall numbers, Shadow. We're talking about contextual rebounding in certain
What was the
situations. And
rebound battle tonight?
would you agree that
What was the rebound battle
some of
tonight?
the
We played like
rebounding
shit.
issues were problematic?
They beat us by
42 to
3.
45.
Yeah, 45-42.
No.
Yeah,
Offensive rebounds, it was
overall they
11
did
to
well.
12.
Come on, man. It's not.
Rebounding not our
It's
Here's
not
the
the
problem.
rebounding.
question,
brother.
Listen to
but
me. The
that's not
problem
the
is
thing, you
when
know.
we have a lead, we can't keep it. That's it.
Yep.
We went up by 16.
I
Denver
don't
did
think
not
people
go up
are
into those numbers until literally the last 2 minutes of the game.
10 more turnovers. Or sorry,
We
7 more
we had
turnovers.
them. We had them bobbled. Then we made 10 turnovers.
You know,
Regardless of what, even if they didn't score on the turnovers, it takes away opportunity for us to score. The
Yeah,
problem was we didn't exploit the
Yeah, I think.
mismatches. That's it.
yeah, they need
Kaminga
to do
and
a.
Wiggins.
Yeah, I
Listen,
think
um,
AK hit the nail on the
Reggie
head. Right.
Jackson
It was a few
shouldn't be
things.
allowed on the
Turnovers.
floor. Post him until he sits him. Jamal, you post him until he sits.
Oh,
You
yes,
keep
into foul
going at
trouble.
him. Same way he was hunting pods. He was literally hunting pods tonight.
So
Every
where do
time
we go
Wiggins was
from
on him,
here?
he wouldn't do nothing until he got 3, 4 screens. Wiggins would fight through the screens. He's calling another screen. Wiggins fights for another screen. He's calling it. Clay's bringing up his man, so he gets him on Clay, and Wiggins is
The
telling
issue is
Clay,
the
"Move out
rebounding.
the way. Go
The
switch
issue
with
is the
me."
rebounding. It's the rebounding in the fourth, right? You know how we are one of the worst rebounding teams in the fourth. You know we are the worst defensive team in the fourth. Like the second half, everything kind of fell apart. The first half, we kind of already know. Like yeah, we made some runs. We separated ourselves. We played well, and then we gave it up in the second quarter. But it was still a tie game. We still had a chance in the second half. And then Denver just kind of took it to us, bro. It was just clear. Like, at what point are we going to admit that there's just a clear gap and that, okay, cool. Like, what can we do to shrink that gap? Well, we need better rotations and more defensive minded lineups and more positional size out there. Either via trade. Well, guess what? No trades were made. Fine, cool. Then via rotations. So that means Trace needs to be out there more with Draymond. That means GP needs to
Yep.
be out there more at POA. That means when, like we just can't run 3-4 guard lineups like that, right? We get Pods can't
Yep.
be out there with Steph and Clay and all these guys. So my point is this: you want to stand pat, cool, we'll stand pat. But then we gotta run the right
I
lineups.
know,
That's
but the
just what it comes down
problem
to.
is, why the fuck are we playing towards Denver? Let Denver play towards us.
No, because they're bigger. They're a
That
bigger
does
version
not
of us.
fucking matter. They were bigger in the first half, and we're mollywhopping them.
And then what happened?
And then when
We're really
Steve Kerr
comparing
went away
first
from
half,
everything
like
we did in the first half, not one rotation he kept the same for the second half
Yeah,
of the
because we
first.
played
Not
bigger in the
one.
first half. Shadow, we
Not
played
one
bigger in the first
rotation.
half. We
Not
played
one
bigger in
rotation.
the
He
first half.
completely went away.
I
He
mean,
completely went away from Wiggins.
You do realize that we do need like they're a bigger version of us. They're as skilled. It's skill and size. MPJ is skillful and he has positional
Who's
size.
faster?
Aaron
Who's faster?
faster?
Who's faster?
No, no, no. I
Who is
agree.
better
We
pace?
we we
We
have the
push.
speed
We need to
advantage.
push the
Cool.
ball,
But in the half court, who's bigger?
Which is
Shadow.
which
Wemby.
is why 24-3 fast break points. There's your game.
brother.
That's
This
that's
is the
that's
Exactly. And
game. This
also
is
insane.
the
I was
and
gonna
game.
in the
say
half court
This
exactly
is
and
the
that.
they
game.
killed us in the half court
Joker,
too. They killed us in the
Joker
half
had the
court.
best game of the season. Steph had one of his worst. That's all. That's it. There's the game.
That's probably one of the worst games we've seen from Draymond this year as well. I
Yeah,
mean,
I, I
he
That's it.
was
Draymond played
horrible.
one of the worst this year. Steph didn't play good. Steph woke up, yes. But do you see what Joker did? The man had like 30, 15, and 16 or some crazy shit.
and it looked
This is
easy
his
for
third
him.
game. This is NBA history. No one's ever
Bro,
done
he's
this.
one of the
He
best
literally had the
listen,
best game
he's
of
probably
his
yeah.
career
hey,
Well,
let,
one
let
of.
me let me
tonight.
ask. Can I ask real quick? And y'all can let me know. Shadow, Jim, Dre, Space, or anybody in the space. Can y'all let me know just to compare and contrast the game back in January when we lost only by one? Was it more so we played a cleaner game at that time or better rotations? What do you feel was the major differences
Bro,
between
that
this
that
game versus
game
the
that
January
game
game?
we literally punted our perimeter defense. Like punted it with 8
Yeah.
minutes left. Kuminga and Wiggins came off the floor. We went 4 guards, and that was it. Like, that was a joke.
And what happened tonight?
That shot, we
And what
deserved
happened
that
tonight,
Jokic
though?
shot. That was a joke.
What happened tonight?
We were up
We
18.
did the exact same thing.
We did a similar thing. But Dre, the point that you make about fourth quarter rebounding, dead on. I mean, look, we at the end of the third quarter, we were out rebounding Denver by 7. We ended up getting out rebounded by 3. That's a plus 10 swing on the glass in the fourth quarter. That can't happen. That can't happen because guess what? We started the fourth quarter with 4 stops. With 4 stops. You didn't make anything of that. And then you got murdered on the glass. It can't happen. At this point, I know we've been really good last 15 games. Still, right now, we are the worst fourth quarter defense in the NBA over the course of this regular season.
I know, but it gets exasperated
horrible.
when Draymond Green plays 27
Sure.
minutes, Joker plays
Sure.
36. That means there was 9
Yeah.
minutes
Yeah.
with no Draymond on him. Or someone
Well,
who's comparable
but Shadow,
on him. That means
then
Looney.
at this point we're
and
coming
there was,
up
I
with
seen
new ways to be ass in
a
the
4 or
fourth
5
quarter.
possessions
I mean, this
Kuminga
shit's
on him.
ridiculous.
Like, bro, these
You're
guys
right,
are
AK.
hunting mismatches. That's
Yeah.
all they're doing.
No. Shadow. They had Looney on him. He was a +3 in the 10 minutes that he played against Jokic. They matched his minutes with Jokic's minutes, right? So that's what happened there. Bro, like the fourth quarter stuff. You got, we're
Yeah.
56 games in, and Steve is still doing the same things in terms of not recognizing what combinations that you can play against certain teams and what combinations that you can't.
Jim,
We have
everything
to
went to
harp
shit
on
when
the
he went to
notion.
4 guards. That's all that happened. That's all this
Shadow, think about this. Think about this.
these
They were down by what, 6? With like 7 minutes remaining in the game. It was a close
brother,
game.
they went
We
on a
can't act like this was
24
a
to
blowout game.
between
They
the end
turned
of
it
the
into a
third.
blowout with those
Bro, they
closing
went
line.
on a 14-0 run, and Kerr didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I feel like we should have ended the game with our starting lineup. I know that Clay started good, but he's bad on defense because of his injuries, and he has no space in the fourth quarter. So I feel like we should not use him at the end.
But it's him versus Pods, and he
Nah,
was
yeah,
outplaying. I don't know.
definitely not Pods. Definitely not Pods.
Steve is too all over the map with the stuff. Like, you just, if you're gonna play GP2, play GP2. Don't just keep yanking him. Like, the dude was +7 for the game. What the fuck? Why is he sitting? Why is Potts playing over
He
him?
did
Why
the
is Clay
same thing
playing
before the
over
game.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why are these things
I think I
happening?
agree with y'all. Where we
Can
it
I
was a
have
lot
a
of
word in,
moments where we
please?
just. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Could I
Go
say
ahead.
something? I don't think playing Clay there was a negative because if you watch the game, we saw that Clay played at least decent defense during the game. Clay defense
He
wasn't
did. He
bad.
did.
Clay wasn't the
Okay,
problem. Let's not let's
decent defensive game throughout the game versus closing minute defense is different. This is what I've been trying to harp on like the whole damn season.
Jim, your mic's fried.
No, Jimmy's
I mean,
getting a
still
call.
here.
That's what's
Mrs.
going on.
Low. Mrs. Low.
No, he's
Yeah,
getting a call.
Yeah.
the thing is, in the fourth quarter, Clay, because of he has no pace right now, he can't get open shots. So he's not making shots because he had 0 points on the fourth quarter. Besides that,
then can I okay. Can
defense
then okay.
is
If we're
decent,
gonna put
but it's
if we're
not
gonna
enough
say
to
wait,
stops.
can I say something? If we're gonna put in GP2, as in who is because we know that Steph is having a horrible game. Who is our offense coming from? If we're not gonna put in Clay because we're saying okay, we don't want Clay because mid defense, right? Who is our offense coming from?
Well, Clay had 0 in the second half. So look, they shut the water off on us, and we did a lot to ourselves too in the second half
But and that's
to do
Bro,
that.
another
A shot
that's
you
that
guys
Clay
another
are right
missed.
Steve.
with the size, but we
There
went
was
to
a
four
shot that
guard
Clay
lineups.
missed.
Everything changed the second we went to 4 guards, bro. I don't know
There,
what you guys. We all need to rewatch or something. The second Wiggins went to the bench and they had 4 guards out there, they went on a 14-0 run.
That killed us.
That's
Yeah,
there
it.
was a there was a
I
That's
shot
it.
that
You guys are making all these hypotheses and bringing all these charts. We don't need to see that.
there
no,
was a shot that Clay missed
This
where
is like real talk. Is real talk.
there was a shot that
They
Clay
went to the
missed.
4 guard lineup. We can't do 4 guard lineup no more. That's dead.
There was a
yeah,
We
shot
didn't.
that
We went away from that and we went on a run.
yeah, and Kerr also put Wiggins on the
Can
bench,
we let Urkel
and
speak,
we
bro?
are basically besides Steph, the only dude that can create his own shot. So if you sit Wiggins long enough, you're missing his defense and his shot creating. So I'm also bummed about that part of the game. Of course,
Space,
it's
space. Which
yeah.
shot was you? Space. Which shot is you talking about?
There was a shot that Clay missed where Kaminga collapsed the defense and and Clay got it, and it was a wide open shot,
Oh
and
yeah.
he
Yep.
bro, and he missed it front rim. It ended up in a layup, bro. I was like, fuck. It's little plays like that that just like breaks your
It was
back.
the
You know what I'm
transition
saying?
D today,
Brother,
man.
there were so
Yeah,
many
bro.
The
little
Like,
things like
transition D
we.
today
Okay,
murdered us.
I'm not sure. I think it was the fourth where we brought it up a lot already, but we get 4 stops in a row. Dario goes, he gets a turnover. Then he sets a back screen for Clay, gets another turnover because it was a horrible screen. We go, I think someone tries to pass the ball to GP, if I'm not mistaken. He throws it out of bounds. That's another turnover.
It was
That
Draymond.
was
Yeah,
that was it
Draymond.
was three
Draymond. I
different
don't know what he was
times.
doing there.
So, brother, like what are
hey,
we supposed to do then? What is the situation then? What is the situation then? We get
hold on one
3 stops
second.
in a row and we can't convert at all. We can't we can't
Hold on.
listen.
Let's do this. Let's transition over to playback.tv/space gang because I'm really interested in some of the ADM interview stuff that I see Steve Kerr saying right now. So let's hop over to playback and we can we can continue the conversation over there.